Okay. This looks fine. Everything looks fine. Everything looks like it's running smoothly. Can I be heard very well? Maybe I need to turn that up just a little. Okay, it seems like everything's running fine. Maybe turn this down just a little bit. Other than that, I think we're good to begin. Fully. Oh, I need to constantly be remembering to update that. Okay, perfect. Now let's go. just say, like, not shiny. Whatever, I don't get it. Just added some good background noise. Not shiny. FK Klaus, thank you for the luck, man. Welcome to the stream. You're welcome, man. Don't need to update. Oops. Because I had a Raichu. I really like Raichu. This save started out as a Nuzlocke, but then I lost halfway through, and I was on my, like, 4th attempt of a Nuzlocke, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play through because I want to play this game. And now, I've started my first 8192 hunt. We just hit 200 encounters. Nice. Only the 80 to 91 odds, or... Oh yeah, my 4th. I am very bad at Pokemon. I am not very good at it. Thing is, I always like to try and make Nuzlocks exciting, and usually going guns blazing, even though I know that it's probably gonna end in the run ending. But at that point, the game was only out for like a couple of weeks, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play this game for fun. All of them got pretty far. First one made it to about the final rival battle with Blue just before the Victory Road. The second one ended at Sabrina's gym. The third one was like Elite Four, and then the 4th one was again at Sabrina's. Yes. Yeah, no, I don't really... I have looked at IVs and EVs before when doing Nuzlocks, but I don't really worry about them when doing Nuzlocks, just because whatever the first encounter is what my Mon's gonna be, so why should I make myself, like, hate myself even more by looking at the natures? But recently I did beat a Nuzlocke of this game, so I did finally beat it, so yippee! Not shiny. I've seen a lot of people do 4090 or 8192 hunts, and I was like, you know what? Time to rip the band-aid off and try out one myself. Oh, an adamant Blastoise. I think the worst ever nature I got was I found a Ralts on my Alpha Sapphire Nuzlocke, and it had a brave nature, and I was like, I was very upset. I'm like, are you kidding me? lowering one of Gardevoir's only 2 stats, and it was female, so it had to become Gardevoir. Yep. That was basically my exact reaction of, gosh darn it. Yeah, I don't know why. Recently, just in general, whenever I do playthroughs, I don't realize until it is too late that I just have the worst possible natures. Shiny Kyurem and planned being White Kyurem. Does White Kyurem have a higher special attack? I've never looked at Kyurem as a Pokemon. It has a, base Kyurem has a super high. Oh, okay, so White Kyurem and Black Kyurem are basically the exact same thing. You have a special attack for white and attack for black. I find those, because I'm pretty sure Necrozma is the same thing, where it's like Duskmane Necrozma is special attack, while or is it Dawnmane? I don't know, I've never used Necrozma. But like where it's the exact same mon, just attack and special attack switched. I'm so sad that they shiny locked those in Sun and Moon. Oh yeah, I shiny hunt a lot. I've been doing more modern game shiny hunts. I've been Masuda hunting for Sprigatito to get the entire line from my shiny living dex. And I do a lot of shiny hunting in ZA, but this is my first time ever doing a shiny hunt in one of the older Pokemon games. I've seen a lot of people do 8192 hunts, and every time I see them, I'm like, man, that person is mentally ill, and I guess I'm gonna join them. One person said, when I talked to them about it, said you could look at it, instead of it being like, oh yeah, that's gonna take forever, it's gonna be so awful. Instead, they're like, but look at it at the end of the journey, when you can finally say that you have it. Like, I feel like shiny hunting in more recent days has been like, oh, just waiting for it to happen. Waiting for the, oh, there's my Fluttermane. But in older games, it forces people to be like, to go through this extremely long, extremely difficult process. But then at the very end, you have something extreme, like you have a bunch of stories to share about the shiny hunt. And I wanted to get some stories of my own. Plus, I've always loved the Deoxys. The first ever movie I watched of the Pokemon anime was the Deoxys movie. Same! I've been watching Hunter x Hunter recently. My favorite form? It's Speed. Speed is my favorite form. I love speedy Pokemon, but also like the complete black look with like the red, orange, and yellow highlights looks or like orange and blue highlights look super good. I mean, that's why I'm a fan of like Shiny Greninja, Base Mega Charizard X, just any Pokemon where the Pokemon turns entirely black with like highlights of other colors. I'm like, I love those. Shiny. That's also a reason why Rayquaza is one of my favorite shinies of all time. and why I hope to acquire it one day. So, I know in the past, with like generations 1 to 5, it was all based on an algorithm. Every shiny Pokemon was based on an algorithm, which is why like so many purple Pokemon turn green in their shinies, or why so many blue Pokemon turn pink in their shinies, just because the algorithm is choosing like the same color for them. But definitely with base Pokemon, I find that very interesting. Like, what's the orange color theory on that? Because I know purple is, like, meant to show, like, royalty, or is, like, a very royal color. One reason why purple is my favorite color. Not shiny. Yeah, I know that the shiny of Deoxys gets really yellow. It, like, turns a deep, deep yellow. Whoops. Blue is dissonant from orange. Oh yeah, it's like almost the exact opposite. Maybe. Here, let me look that up real quick. I feel like I've always remembered Deoxys being orange, but with, like, all of the generations and, all, like, the sprite changes from, like, going into 3D, it absolutely could've. Yeah, here, let me see if I can find a picture of it from the movie. Yeah, in the movie it almost looks like a deep red, almost. Oh, that one's a lot more orange. But still looks like it has, like, a shade of red rather than orange. That movie was great. I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, that one is like a deep, deep red. And also, but also there's like, that one was in space, it looks like. Yeah, that one was probably like right at the beginning of the movie when Rayquaza... Yeah, it almost does look crimson. Is that shiny? No. It almost looks like blood. It almost looks like just the color of blood. How did... what did Rayquaza look like in that film? That might have also... No, that it was all forms, because I was gonna say, the picture I was looking at was of speed form Deoxys. I was like, maybe it was just a thing for speed form, but no, it also looks like that in base form. Not shiny. Yeah, some of the designs definitely, like, I I don't remember where I saw this post, but it was like showing Quagsire and Floatzel, and they both had like their arms out, and then it cut to like the new generations where they're just standing still. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely a case of the sprite form being way better than 3D. Oh, I remember what it was. It was like their Gen 4 sprites where they had their arms out being like, brother, come hug me! And then it was like Gen 6 sprites. Who are you? I don't know. Oh, Rayquaza looks badass! Holy hell! Oh, this shot was so cool. The one of Rayquaza just emerging out of the lake. Holy, that looks dope. I would love to get, like, a print of Rayquaza one day. That'd be so, so dope. Whoops. That, like, previously on your adventure screen has been the bane of my existence with this hunt. That's one of the pluses of playing some of the newer games, is that it gets right into gameplay rather than having to go through like the 4 pages of last time on your adventure. Added one idle animation per model. It wouldn't even cost them 500 megabytes for all 800. There's just no excuse. Yeah. Pokemon lags behind in every category, and it infuriates me to such a level. Like, I very much enjoyed Pokemon Legends ZA. It was a very enjoyable game. But just the fact that there was so much dialogue and it wasn't voiced, it really pissed me off, because I'm just like, at this point, they can't say like, oh, we don't have the hardware for it, because Legend of Zelda came out on the Wii U, and that thing had, not entire game, but like most of that game had voice acting in it. And like other Switch games had voice acting in it, and Game Freak is just like not adding it. And at this point, I'm like, I think they're not adding it because they're spiteful. But hey, who knows? It's funny because whenever I played Dispatch a couple of times, and all the voice acting in that was just fucking phenomenal. And every single time, I'm like, dang, Pokemon, for as much as I love this series, just really lags behind in the industry. Thing is, I always love to hold out hope that they will add voice acting in the next game. But then I always keep my expectations realistic, and like, they probably won't, even though they probably could. It probably won't happen. I wonder if they will, though, because the next game's to come out, like, the Winds and Waves. From, like, the reveal trailer, it looked to be a lot more open world-esque than Scarlet and Violet was. And since it's going to be the first Switch 2 only game, I wonder if they're going to try and implement it there. I heard one person give the opinion of like, I don't need every single character in the game to have voice dialogue. Like, not every single NPC doesn't have to have speaking lines, but at least make it for like the team meetings or whatever the equivalent is. Yeah, neither do I. I think with Pokemon you kinda have have to, like, keep your hopes low because... just because of the franchise we're talking about, which sucks. I wish it were better. But yeah, Pokemon lags behind it so much, and it's so sad. You're just dead on the inside. Brother, me too. I had to find a reason to wake up this morning, and originally, I was just gonna watch Hunter x Hunter while I shiny hunted this, but then I was like, since I'm just sitting here doing nothing, might as well just open up a stream so if anyone wants to chat, they can. Did I change that? I don't know. I'm not gonna change it. But hey, if you ever need to just take a break from things, then I recommend it. Mental health breaks are super, super important, and sometimes that can be the difference from just doing anything. I like to write a lot. I like to write just whatever I want. Sometimes I'll post them on like AO3, and I was getting like a lot of comments of people being like, "Hey, write this instead of the story you're currently writing." And so for a moment, I've just taken a step back and just not writing on that. I will come back to it in a bit, but sometimes you just need to take that step back, otherwise you'll burn yourself out and might even grow a hatred towards the thing you're working on, or even if it's just like an every day-to-day thing. Go Tempest! My biggest fear is that I'm just going to accidentally reset over a shiny. Like, I'm just not going to be paying attention enough and, like, be looking over at the chat and just completely either miss the sparkles or reset too early. Gosh, I need to keep my head in the game, otherwise I might just do that. It would make for great content, that's what I'll say. Also, this music is just really good. Deoxys has such a good soundtrack. So good. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll make sure Tempest gets sent in so that I know the battle's begun. Might take me like 10,000 years to reach odds, but be a good way not to miss the shiny. Nope, you're all good. You are all good, my brother. I'm just sitting here jamming out to the music. I can't. I have the Celadon Game Corner music on for the stream, but I can't hear it. So I'm basically left with the Deoxys music, which I'm sure is clashing with the Celadon Game Corner music, but in the words of Miss Gooseworks herself, who cares? Just the second coming of Edgar Allan Poe. Funnily enough, like, it can be hard sometimes, especially with other people throwing expectations on something that you originally, like, didn't think would be, like, that big or that important, and people are like, oh no, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, this, that, and the other. Really, when it comes, push comes to shove, I sometimes just have to know that comments are going to be their own thing and not look at them. Otherwise, I will become Edgar Allan Poe. Some of Edgar Allan Poe's, like, stories make me, like, give me chills, even as an adult. Like, I'm told I have really good flow and expression when writing, but just to be honest, I don't care to make stories or tell others anymore. Honestly, fair. Whenever I think of a cool story that could be, like, a fan fiction, I'm always like, I wonder how well I could write it. But there have been, I do a lot of writing just for myself. Like, I watch One Piece, and that's like a 1,000-episode story, and there's a story I'm writing, but it's just for me. I'm just writing it to, like, get my, like, creative juices out, and, like, this character that I have is never gonna ever meet the public, or, like, is never gonna be, like, in an official, fic where anyone's like, oh, I love this character, and I love what they're doing. Sometimes those are nice to write, because then I can just be unabashed with it. I can get real crazy with those types of stories. Without, like, oh, how is this gonna be perceived? Oh, how is that gonna be perceived? Oh, people would hate that. Or people would love that. I sometimes just enjoy writing without posting, because it just gives a sense of I can do whatever I want. And have no judgment on any, or have no one judge me except for me. Sometimes it can be really rehabilitating, if that's even the correct word. I am really glad that this Deoxys is level 30. Unfortunately, I don't have False Swipe. I don't know where to get that. So I have Rock Smash because I'm like, oh, that's a weak move that will be good to whittle down Deoxys' health with, but I also have Thunder Wave, and that's mostly going to be my strategy for how I catch it. I hope that I know this is going to sound fucked, but I hope that I actually go above 492 for my shiny, for Deoxys, just so that I can get the true 1 in 8 or 1 in 8,192 experience. Because I've been doing 4092 shiny hunting since Sword and Shield, basically, and it'd be really nice for my first 8192 hunt to be one of those. Oh yeah, I hunted this thing for 3 years. I mean, a lot of the biggest medias and arts in history came from things meant to be hidden or lost to time, like for Elise or Beethoven, parts of the Bible, even Mew's original design from 1996 Pokemon. Yeah, like, so much of everything is just like, oh yeah, I guess I'll just put this out there. And guess what? Almost everyone knows what those things are now. Honestly, that's a very fair point. Like, there are just some things that I assume people just don't assume how big an effect that it's gonna have. Like, I know Game Theory talked about this on their final FNAF episode before MatPat left the channel. but like just talking about how Scott Cawthon in making one game, one last try, ended up leading to basically now a mega franchise. Those like little things to look at are very interesting just because of the effect that they have, and makes me really appreciate the butterfly effect as a theory. Previously on your quest, you went to Birth Island. I've been playing Pokemon Rocket Edition recently, and it's been pretty fun. But also, I just love playing ROM hacks. It can be really fun to like play almost exactly same game, but with like a couple changes here and there. That's true. That's really true, though. Like how Logan Paul absolutely obliterated Pokemon in One Piece TCG in less than 3 years. Yeah, Logan got his hands on the LARP fruit, and now we're all paying the price. I saw a video, a very funny one, that was like Pokemon cards in 2016, and can I ask you why you go to the home screen instead of soft reset, like prefer? I didn't know that there was a way to soft reset. Is there a way? Wait, hold on. Is there a way just to soft reset with this? L2 soft reset Pokemon Fire Red. Oh wait, just hold down the... Oh! I can soft reset! Yes! Thank you, Huxekit, is that how you say it? Suck it? Like I said earlier, I am not good at Pokemon in any way, and Hacky Sack, yeah. Thank you, Hacky Sack. That I genuinely did not know I could soft reset. I thought that I had to go to the home screen and do it all from that. Oh my lord. I could have just been pressing buttons. Sometimes my own stupidity frustrates me. Oh, thank you, Hacky Sack. Thanks so much, brother. Your life expectancy went from another 2 years to another 0.25. Yes, it did, Klaus. Yes, it did. Hacky Sacky just saved me like 3 years there by just saying, hey, you know you can soft reset, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is gonna speed me up so fast. I'm actually gonna be able to do encounters now. Oh god. The thing is, I both, one, didn't look up if I could, because I just assumed that you couldn't. So, it's kinda on me there. But also, if I could take this, I'm just a girl. Dialgon alias, just casually rolling up in Twitch Cat. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Dialga, thank you. Just be careful, I've seen people muscle memory it and reset over to shiny. Oh, I'm sure that's gonna happen to me at some point. Whether it's with Deoxys or with Lugia or Ho-Oh. I'm very sure that I'm going to reset over it. I feel like I need at least one accidental Pokemon Shiny fail on camera. That happened to me on roaming Zapdos and Platinum. Oh no! Not the roaming Pokemon! Oh god! That sounds awful. Was it Gen 5 that they started Shiny locking everything in? Or Shiny locking the legendaries? Yeah, it always, like, infuriates me. I get that they did it because it's like, they don't want people to be confused, like, oh, why is this, Zekrom look different from the cutscene to the battle? I get that that's why, but also, like, only the box legendaries. Oh, really? You can get the Swords of Justice and, what, the Genies shiny? I did not realize that. I want to do this, not Keldeo, though. That makes sense. It's a mythical. They would want to save that for events like they did, Zygarde. Not shiny. I wanted to do this, hunt. My very first ever shiny was a Bagon in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. And I kinda want to start a journey to reclaim that shiny. I saw Shiny Catherine's video on reclaiming Dusktox in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Or not Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon Platinum. Specifically in the Eterna Forest. And that, like, almost encouraged me to, like... Because I don't have that Bagon anymore. I accidentally reset over it. And it makes me so sad that I don't have my original Bagon. And so I almost want to start a journey to reclaim it. If I do, I would need... I want to look for, like, a capture card to put on my 3DS. Lake Trio, Heatran, Cress, Regis, Gyrom, Sky Trio were all obtainable shiny in Black and White too. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even know you could get the Lake Trio in Black and White too. My first shiny was in Let's Go, where it's super easy to chain for them. Now I'm going for 1 in 8192, so went from easiest to the hardest. Oh, you're 5,000 for Charmander? Oh, brother, I hope you get that soon. At least it's not over odds yet. You're still under odds for it if you were to get it. So, wishing you luck, brother. I'm at 170 hours for Marill and Pokemon Emerald right now. I'm on Phase 4. Oh, God, that sounds awful. Oh, I've not been counting encounters this time. Holy hell. Yeah, this encounters number, this is most definitely wrong. 2 Wurmples and a Pooch. Dang. Dang. Are you playing on ROM or are you playing on original, like, Game Boy? Because if you're playing on, like, original Game Boy, I wonder, like, do you have the technology to actually send those shinies to Pokemon Home? Authentic Emerald on DS Lite. Oh, dang, dude! You're gonna have to get those to Pokemon Home so you can flex them. Just flex on people like, yeah, this is the Marill that I got on my authentic Pokemon Emerald. Mine's just an estimate. If I'm perfect, I can get a reset every 30 seconds, so I'm just assuming 100 per hour and going by what playtime says. Yeah, for me, I feel like I need, like, an actual physical number that I can just keep count on. Otherwise, I'd just be like, I don't know, 200,000? As long as I can get my Pokemon Bank on my 3DS. Yeah, so, there are some ways that you could get that through illegally, but if you bought a 3DS with Pokemon Bank, all you need to do is trade them from one game to the other, and then Pokemon Bank them up to Pokemon Home. 255. I just count hours. Fair, honestly. Could be at 4K, I could be at 6K, but my Switch says 50 or more hours, so I'm just guessing on 5K. Honestly, that's a good way. I'll just homebrew Pokemon Home. That is an amazing comment, friend. Kudos to you. Holy. What I love is anytime I see anyone on YouTube talk about it and they're like, and I did it through less than legal methods, muttering that under their breath so Big Daddy Nintendo doesn't ban them. Oh, God. And this is why I wanted to Shiny Hunt it on stream, because now I get some funny stories to tell to people if I ever do get the Shiny. I could be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be posting these all to YouTube, all these recordings, so I'll always have the VODs to remember them. Because really, that's what life is about, making memories. And for me, I'm happy just to stay in my lane and record my goofy little shiny hunts. Even if I do end up going 10,000, 4,000, 9,000. Why did I start with 10,000 and then immediately go down? I don't know. Listen, me brain work in a way that even I don't understand. Me when I name my son Luigi, so my Nintendo Switch metamorphosizes into a fucking Rob from Smash and decimates him in the front for me. Go, my son. Destroy. Destroy all the unworthy challengers. Rob was such a, interesting character to add, because pretty sure it was just a Nintendo toy, and that for, one of the older consoles, and it was really interesting. I really loved playing Rob in, in Smash Brawl. Him and Marth were my mains. In MKDS, don't slander my boy. Only glaze will come from me. And hit that oop. We're friends now. Hey man, welcome in, welcome in. I fucking love Rob. And I'm always on the lookout for new buddies. Do you remember when Skyrim fan named his kid Dovahkiin and Bethesda promised him Elder Scrolls game for life, and now the kid is 15 and there hasn't been another Elder Scrolls game? Is that true? Holy, wait, hold on. This is... I need to... Is this true? Holy, wait. Hold on, the hunt can't wait. I need to look this up immediately. Guy named his kid, what was it, Dova? Nova H. Kin. Or just skip that, skip that. Start the encounter. Oh my god, that is so funny. In 2011, Bethesda challenged parents to name their newborn Dovahkiin on game's release date, November 11th, 2011. To win a free game for lives, parents Megan and Eric Kellenmeyer met the challenge, legally naming their son Dovahkiin Tom Kellenmeyer. He is now 15 years old. That is... holy, that is funny. What I find so funny about that is that it completely explains that they were like, this is probably gonna be like the last Elder Scrolls game. Let's make a like contest, and whoever gets it gets free Elder Scrolls game for life, and then disappear with Elder Scrolls forever. Bro, that kid is either the happiest guy ever or the saddest guy ever. I feel like there is no in between. Hello, alright, I'm gonna call for a roll call. Do we have Aaron Baker? Okay, Aaron Baker. Angela Smith? Okay, Angela Smith. Dovahkiin Eric Kellenmeyer. Who is this kid? Oh, that is amazing. That's like if some dude named his son Elden Ring from FromSoft just stopped making Souls games entirely. There was this like they announced ES6, Elder Scrolls 6 in 2018. We're further from that announcement than we were from Elder Scrolls 5. God, every time I like think of any game from that I was like, oh, I grew up playing that, I'm like instantly I feel old. God damn it. Like, I'm sure this is probably gonna make people feel old, but Pokemon X and Y came out in 2012, so this year that game is gonna be... No, the Wii is not considered retro. Are you kidding me? The Wii is retro? No way the Wii is considered retro now. No, it was... What? Don't feel so bad. I was a senior in high school when Skyrim came out. I'm ancient in this. Oh my god. I grew up playing the Wii. It came out the same year I was born. God, I feel so old, even though I know I am not that old in the grand scheme of things. I don't even think I added what other... Are you in a fucking wheelchair? Hey now! Whoa! Okay, my B. Where are my manners? This Deoxys hunt is either gonna make new friends, destroy friendships, or anything in between, honestly. No, but I am in my 30s, so I'm not far off. I was talking with my brother the other day, and we were both joking about how he's Unk now, and I'm like, I don't think you are, though. I feel like you have to be, like, older than 25 to be considered Unk. Also, I have no idea what Unk even means in grand scheme, so... Shiny. Bro, I've been getting those memes when you're 30 and you take one jump off the staircase and end up in the hospital. Shit's so true, though. It's terrifying, and I'm only 22. Yup. Yup. I've been getting a lot of those as well. The ones I've seen have been like someone waking up, getting out of bed, and then their next frame is them in a Peter Griffin pose. I always thought it was uncle, then someone said it meant uncool, so I went to my resident Zoomers nephews, and they assured me it meant uncle. When I read that, I just love the idea of you, like, approaching, like, a bunch of these, like, small children all in, like, council chairs. And being like, please, my Zoomer friends, tell me, what does unk mean? How do you do, fellow kids? Bro thinks he's 6'7". Oh my gosh, I went on a tirade about 6'7". Because I kept getting those videos on TikToks, I kept seeing it in streams, I kept seeing it everywhere I went. I kept seeing 6 and 7. And so I went on a tirade about it, and then afterwards my entire family picked it up and learned the meme, and I never regretted anything more in my life. It's like a bad omen or something. I feel like you can't bring up anything, otherwise you will. The people you know and love will take advantage of it. Oh god. Okay, before we continue, I'm gonna take a quick break. Alrighty. Which one's my break? Oh, there we go. Alright, break! Alright, we back. I just had to take care of something, but... Speaking of my nephews, one of them would not drop the 6'7" thing. It's like seeing a dude's saying his ass crack out, but you don't want to say anything. I hit him, oh, I can't speak. Hit with an 8-9, and then he stopped Lamau. Because, you know, if they say 6'7", the whole room is gonna jump at you. Lol. I'm gonna make a cup of tea right now, BRB. Hey, make that tea, cup, brother. Oops. I feel like mentioning 6-7 in a modern day and age is like mentioning Voldemort. Like, he who must not be named. And then if you do, everyone freaks out about it. Shiny. That's still so funny. Holy hell. My favorite TikToks are people seeing a field trip of children in public and doing the arm thing. All the kids explode into 6-7, and the teacher gives the meanest look to the person filming. I saw one TikTok that was like someone someone pretending to be the teachers, being like, "Oh yeah, how many 6-7s did you get on the test?" And it's like, only 34, a new record. Sometimes whenever I see those TikToks, I both find it funny, but then I also pull the "Are we cooked?" meme. Oh god. Sometimes joking about it makes me think about it, and I then get very, very sad. Best part is, I don't meet new people, so I don't really meet people in general, so I haven't been called Unk yet. I'm not excited for the first time I get called Unk. I feel like if I do, then my entire confidence is going to die. Shiny. 75. 25 more until we're at 300. So we meet again, Deoxys. That time I just had to, like, double check and make sure that I knew what the color orange was. And I'm not even, oh my, I'm going to lose my mind. I justify it by thinking that my generation, and probably others, were just as obnoxious with 6-9. Probably, like, that's the funniest thing, is that every generation gets their new brain rot, and funnily enough, I saw a child make this point in public, but they were like, well, you had brain rot when you were a child too, and to the adults in your life, it was just as annoying. And I thought about it, and I was like, wait, he's actually kind of right. I almost felt the, like, he's out of line, but he's right meme. Because, like, I can't really, unless I'm, like, actively thinking about it, I can't think of any specific examples of, like, brain rots that I would have had, but, like, 6-9 is definitely one of them. It makes me think, like, damn, we must have been, like, annoying little shits as children. I remember the whole, is the dress blue and black thing blowing up, but I don't really know if that one counts as brain rot or if that was just a trend. Not shiny. 79. Shiny. 280. 20 more and then we hit 300. Just gonna be sitting here counting down the little milestones. Shiny. Shiny. Yeah, unless I am given something to talk about, I am kind of terrible at talking. Because I feel like I'll just end up talking about something and people will just be like, nope. And just immediately jet out. I guess that's what comes with being introverted, I guess. Just not having a lot to say in the moment. Shiny. Yeah, yesterday I went to see The Amazing Digital Circus in theaters. It was a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I've been watching it since, like, the beginning. I'm not going to talk about what happens in it. I've just been raving about it because it's been on my mind since I watched it. Shiny. Oh dang. The Akari Charmander was not it. Damn it. Damn it. Here. Here's what I'll do for you real quick. Alright, here. For your next Charmander, name it Villain, like I spelt it there. And let's hope for a shiny. Glass was also not it. Dang! Dang! Nope. I just pulled up random name generator and I was just like, give me something, whatever it may be. Hopefully, let's hope that it's lucky. Shiny. Dang. Ugh. Oh, I need to update that. Did you get it? Wait, did you get it? Ah, you... Damn it! Damn it! You tricked me! You tricked me! You ninja beat me! Hacky Sacky, how could you do it? After the hour you've been here in stream, how could you do it to me? Damn it. I saw Yo and I was about to pop off and then I was like, wait, and then I saw J.K. Millen wasn't it either. Yeah, I remember a couple years ago I joined a stream and I was shiny hunting in Legends Arceus and dude I was chatting with the streamer, he was very, very cool and he kept, I was trying to get Rufflet because I wanted shiny Hisuian Braviary. Oh, it has not been tracking that should be going to be, there we go. He was very cool. I spent like 2 weeks watching him and oh, you missed Hacky Sacky debating me with shiny Charmander. They tried naming one Akari for good luck and also tried Klaus, and I random name generated the name Millen, and they debated me by saying yo and then pulling the, actually never mind, it wasn't it. You weren't shiny, unfortunately. Damn indeed. But what if, and just a suggestion, we just threw out random names? You got Pokerus though? Can't... Wait, bro. Wait. Wait. Wait, what? Wait, I am so confused. Wait, what? Bro, you have cancer? Oh my god, y'all keep defeating me! Y'all keep debating me! Believe this though. What just happened, dude? What just happened? I am holding my breath in, like, suspense of what you are about to say. So the day after I got my shiny Trico, I was going for Meryl. Alright. You got shiny Trico, so that's really dope. So, assuming you're going for like a shiny luck team. After all my ERs, I gotta check up on Grovyle because it leveled up. Oh my god, wait. What is the, like, odds of that happening? What are the odds of a shiny Pokemon having Pokerus? The regular stream has had it inside the box so it doesn't go away. Oh! Oh, so it was, so your Grovyle had it because it was infected? Yeah, 21,000. That's insane, dude. What are the odds of a Pokemon being shiny and having Pokerus? Oh my gosh, it's like... Got it from a random encounter that day. I just don't know which gave it to him. Holy... Yeah, this, 1 in 100,000... This post says it's a 1 in 178,956,971 chance of a Pokemon having Pokerus. Oh, Hakisaki just beat me to it. With the 1 in 4,000 odds, the shiny that also has Pokerus, like 170 million or something like that. First time getting Pokerus. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I've actually never legitimately ever got Pokerus. I remember finding out about it on PKX and messing around. Yeah, it's so insanely rare. I feel like someone saying that they got a Pokemon with Pokerus is like more insane than someone saying I have a shiny. Would. Yeah. Oh my god. Because it would be basically... Not shiny. 97, there we go. Because it would have been like 8192 times by 21,000. Yeah, it's about 172 million chance. Holy. Holy, holy, holy. The rarest shiny Pokemon that I have is a shiny Dragonite. It was one that I got in Pokemon Violet. It had the shiny odds of 1,360. And it also had the rare mark on it, so that's a times 1,000, because I didn't have the mark charm, so it's a 1 in 1,360,000 chance of that Dragonite being there. It's insane, dude. That's only probably happened like once or twice to somebody, and nobody will believe them. Yeah, and unless it's like on a physical cartridge, I feel like if it's on a ROM, people are like, press X to doubt. Shiny. Previously, your quest. Yeah, I've gotten 3 rare mark shinies. The Dragonite, the I got a shiny Ariados with the rare mark, and then I also got a shiny Blossom while looking for a shiny Grookey. Oh, the square shiny? No, I don't. Does Scarlet and Violet have square shinies? No, neither of them were squares because squares are in Sword and Shield. Oh yeah, I lied. The one in 78 mil with one in 89 mil. Yeah. Still insane. Like Klaus said, still insane. I've spent so much time in Sword and Shield shiny hunting, both Masuda method and random encounters. Have not found a single shiny in Sword and Shield yet. I have probably about like 500 hours in the game and not a single one. About twice as likely as winning the Powerball jackpot. Oh my gosh. Bro, could you guys imagine getting a shiny Mew from one of those old Mew machines in the late 90s? Oh wait, you saying Mew? That shit was not shiny locked. You saying that just like sent a memory into my mind. Hold on. Oh my, I remember these things! Oh, I remember these. That would have been really funny, but odds still the same, like 1 in 8,192, methinks. It would be an insane story to tell, like, hey, yeah, this shiny Mew I have, it's actually one from the Mew machine. I wonder if anyone actually still has a hold of one of these machines and is constantly just giving themselves free Mews. Probably, right? There's like 7 billion people on the planet, so probably a single person. The Mew data would be thousands of dollars. Just the data itself? Holy! Maybe Logan Paul just saw that and was like, oh yeah, let's just do that with the cards. Maybe he saw $1,000 and went, but what if we times it? Not shiny. That's insane that just the data alone would be worth thousands. That is the best way I've heard anyone describe it. It is just Pokemon Crypto. I am so upset that I didn't think of that. Brother, that is a smart-ass connection. Holy shit. I have a gold-plated Mewtwo that was a Burger King toy back in the day. Oh, the plated Mewtwo? Oh, I need to add my... Wait, I think I still have a gold-plated Jigglypuff, like the card. Gold Jigglypuff. Yeah, I remember having one of these, like, gold-plated Burger King toys. Figured it would be worth a lot, but it's like $30 on eBay, so I'm keeping it. Yeah, no one wants the gold. Well, honestly, smart. Oh my gosh, all the memories just being like flashbanged into my mind is insane. Shiny. What else did I have? I had a Clawitzer break, like when they were doing the break cards, and that was like their main thing. Shiny. Whoa. Oh, how do you spell Clawitzer? Oh, there we go. Clawitzer break. Yeah, I remember having this card. I remember pulling it, and I was like, is that like a rare card? And to this day, I still don't know. Still don't know. Not shiny. That toy looks sick, I'm not going to lie. It kind of was. It was. I had like a little dresser that I put it on, and like it just sat there. Pretty sure we got it because. Oh, how did I acquire that Jigglypuff? I remember my brother had it, and then he gave it to me. It came in a Pokeball holder that would open if you press the button, and I wish I had that, but I played with it like it was a toy and would throw it all over my yard, and eventually it broke. Oh, I have a vague memory. There was like these little like Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle like plushies that came in like little Pokeballs, and I would do that exact same thing. I'd throw them like I was a real Pokemon trainer. And eventually, it just, when it like snapped on the hinge, but I was able to like glue the hinge back, but then eventually the top part just cracked in half, and I was like, okay, can't really play with that anymore. But I would always, like, any type of Pokeball object, as long as it wasn't expensive, I'd be like throwing it like I was a real Pokemon trainer. Bro thought he was Ash Ketchum. I did the same thing with the Ultra Ball plastic toy. Oh, there was just so many good toys from like the early days of Pokemon, back when everything wasn't so like well made. There were like, have any of you seen the Pokemon like, I think they're called like desk helpers, where like one is a measuring tape while there's one that's like a stapler. Has anyone ever seen those before? I'm pretty sure PM7 like did a video opening them, but I had the Poliwhirl tape, or like tape dispenser. Sounds a lot like a fucking Rotom. I think they just were like, you know, all those toys that we had in like the early 2000s? Jesus Christ. I just read that message. I don't... Why do you hate Rotom, brother? Jesus. The core of my heart, I hate Rotom. Hey, there's always that one Pokemon that everyone hates. Trigger word. Triggered. What's mine? I probably would have to say probably one of the Unovan monkeys. No, it's definitely Simisear. I hate Simisear with such a passion. Yeah, I love the base form monkeys, like Pansage, Pansear, and Panpour. They're really, really cute. I don't know why they made their, like, evolutions look like they sell candy to children out of white vans, but... Another Pokemon that I hate with an absolute passion is Love-Disc. Only because I am so fucking pissed that they didn't make Love-Disc make Alola as the pre-evolution to Love-Disc, and I hate both of those Pokemon now because of it. Hold on, I just need to look at, like, Pokemon, list of Pokemon. It should have just been an evolution! But no, they're like, oh yeah, these two Pokemon that look almost identical are completely different. Oh, your second hated Pokemon is Blaziken? Oh, that's interesting. Been a Blaziken hater since the womb. That's fair, that's fair. I hate Empoleon with a passion. I love Piplup, hate Empoleon. Need to just pull up, like, a list of all the Pokemon. Motherfucker diff Charizard once and everyone creamed. Dumb-ass chicken. Yeah, see, that's always my problem with, like, they always need to make the new Pokemon look, like, super ultra strong, so they would always put it up against Ash and his Pokemon and always have it be like, oh yeah, frick Metagross, all my homies hate Metagross. What did Metagross do? There was a toy, like, plastic toy of Metagross, where it, like, you, like, press on the head and it spits out a disc, and it looked like it always had a weird mouth. Because it had, like, a hole that you would put the disc in. And I was like, I always laughed when I saw that. Don't know about that one, Chief. But, hey, yeah, honestly, you know what? Fuck Metagross, too. He was on the Elite Four team that would always wipe me, and I hated him since. What I hate about Pokemon, like, hate to my absolute core, is when they put a cool Pokemon past the Elite Four, or give it stupid evolution levels. Unova! I played through Unova recently, and I was so fucking pissed. I wanted to use a Hydreigon, and then I remembered that you can only get it at level 64. The highest leveled Pokemon in the Unovan Pokemon League is 59. I rest my case. Almost every gen has a pseudo-legendary, unattainable until post-game. Fucking exactly! Like, I always hate when they're like, oh yeah, we put this region's Pokemon in post-game. It's like, no, make a region of Pokemon and let us get every Pokemon from the region before having to beat the Pokemon League. And why the fuck are the starters from previous games locked in other games but transferable? Why the fuck are starters from previous gens locked in other games but transferable? Yeah. So many, like, mind-boggling decisions that Pokemon makes, that infuriates me to the core of my cold, dead heart. God. We got our anger corner out. Not shiny. Makes me want to punch a hole in drywall. Rip Battle Tower. I want them to bring back a battle facility. Like, bring back a battle frontier. It would be so cool. I heard leaks or rumors that Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and maybe Emerald will be released on Switch, like Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green was. I hope that Emerald gets released on Switch, because I would love to do the Battle Frontier. I would suck at it, most definitely. I am not a Pokemon battler, but I just want to be able to do a legit Battle Tower, and yeah. Also, why did we suddenly stop evolving Eevee after Gen 6 with Sylveon? Did we just give up? Okay, another thing I hate is that in, like, last year, or before Generation 9 came out, they had all this propaganda, and I'm calling it that because that's what it felt like. They all had all these posts talking about Eevee, and they had so much to say about Eevee. That fucking Chloe from the Pokemon anime had a Eevee whose whole gimmick was that it couldn't evolve no matter what. They tried giving it every stone possible, and it just wouldn't evolve. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, we're getting a new Eevee evolution in Gen 9. That makes sense. They're building up to it. They have fucking Eevee that won't evolve in the anime. They're making posts about Eevee on Twitter. They're, like, posting about Eevee. It makes sense. We're getting a new evolution. And then, bumfuck nothing! Oh, it pissed me the hell off. Nah, instead it's just Starmie getting an astrology crystal. I hate Mega Starmie so much. That Mega Starmie pisses me off so much. I get that it's supposed to be a Starman, and its whole thing is that it's an alien that's now copying human form and, like, standing up on its two legs. But holy hell, I saw that thing and I instantly, like, hated it from the moment I saw it. Oh god. Looks like a pea shooter suffocation morph suit. It does! Holy hell! Oh, too much funny. Not shiny. Boop, boop. Oh, holy, there is just so much wrong with things that Pokemon do, and sometimes it makes me even wonder, like, why did we even try? Long story short, it's over for Pokemon. It should be, honestly. I would be completely okay if Pokemon just died and we were just left with what we had. Death by 1,000 cuts and 10 more slashes. Yeah, brother, let me get you the Pokemon you need. Kartana. The literal Pokemon of death by 1,000 cuts. Not shiny. Go 9. Probably gonna go to 400 encounters and then probably call it a night. Starting to get pretty tired and I have work in the morning, so shouldn't stay up too late. But we'll do these last, like, 70 encounters. At this point, just make an original typing. Yeah, honestly. Honestly, brother. Like, I've seen so many, like, Pokemon fan games, fan projects, whatever you want to call them, that are just doing so much, and all the designs, or not all of them, but, like, so many of the designs look really, really good. And then I look at fucking Route, and I'm like, okay, this thing looks like a green Angry Bird. At first, I was going to hate on the Gen 10 starters, but I've grown on Gekwa and adore Ponbon. I had a Pomeranian when I was a child, so seeing Ponbon just made me think of her. And oh hell, I'm losing. I'm dissociating hard. Deoxys appeared, not shiny. We've hit 333! Route supporters are genuinely insufferable. Agreed. Like you are not that tough, gang. I do find the idea of, like, everyone choosing and being like, yeah, I'm a part of the Brout gang, or the Ponbon squad. Like, really, really funny, but Brout is just an awful design and people need to accept that. It is just Rowlet, but from the Dollar Tree. Brout is what you get if you ask someone to draw Rowlet from memory. But Gekwa looks good. I really like Gekwa. I like picking water starters, so I'm probably going to pick Gekwa, but maybe I'll pick Ponbon. Route is what Ditto saw when Rowlet was put into the daycare center. And honestly, like, that is so true, brother. Like, I was about to, when I saw them for the first time, I was about to say, these are the most Digimon-looking ass Pokemon of all time, but then I actually started appreciating Ponbon's design and really liking Gekwa. Brout is still just the stupidest thing, in my opinion. At this point, I'm just hoping that Brout's final evolution is cool, but I'm not keeping hopes high for that one. Not shiny. His eyebrows will go further down his entire body as he evolves. His entire body becomes, you know that one, I forget if it's what, like, game or it's from, but it's like a body that's just entirely a, bow tie. Bow tie eyebrows. It is genuinely awful out here. I don't know that game, sorry. Yeah, I don't even remember. It might have just been something that I saw in a dream once. And that I just imagined one day. I live my day being like, I probably imagined most pieces of media I consume. Games and dreams are the best games. Agreed, brother, agreed. Yeah, I'm working on a shiny dex. It's not a complete shiny dex because I'm not doing the legendaries or mythicals because I feel like they'd be too awful to try and get all of them. Which I know is ironic when I'm shiny hunting a mythical. For all of the games. It's a shiny living dex for all the generations, and I hope to have at least a couple more generations done before Winds and Waves. Yeah! I'm doing pretty good. I've completely finished all of Gen 6. Like here, what was my last number? Homie, the longest lifespan is 128 years old. Yeah, of my number that I have 644 shinies acquired. And only need 271 left. But those 270 are some of the hardest Pokemon to hunt because they're not in recent games. They're from like the older ones. I can't catch you in the nursing home trying to get Jirachi via disc method. Yeah, I'm not including legendaries or mythicals in it. If I can get a shiny legendary or shiny mythical, then I will be happy. But I'm not like. So basically, the shiny dex I have is from at least Go for Mewtwo. I probably will. I have Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee, so I'll probably go for Mewtwo. Either in that or in this game, who knows? Like, I got a couple legendary shinies, but also a lot of them have been either event-based or like the rewards you get for completing Pokedexes in Pokemon Home. See, the thing about going for Mewtwo is that, there's multiple different games that I could hunt for it in. Like, there's this one, Fire Red Leaf Green. There's Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. There's Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So I feel like hunting for it wouldn't be that bad, honestly. Where my brain goes is exactly the joke you made, trying to get Jirachi via the disc method. And I think of that, or even worse, Manaphy, where you have to there's a way for you to get Manaphy eggs from Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and then you gotta, or Fione, worse. And I'm yeah, those just sound awful to try and hunt for. Oh, whoops. Let me see if I can find these shiny legendaries. Shiny. Don't forget the Gen 2 roamers. Oh, Gen 2 roamers. Your oiks. Where are these guys? Oh, here they are. Yeah, I got Shiny Keldeo, Shiny Meloetta, the Shiny Treasures of Ruin, Shiny Koraidon and Miraidon, and Shiny Zygarde. Those are the only Shinies, but all of them came from special events over the years. Like, the Treasures of Ruin came when they were doing the Shiny Treasures of Ruin event. The Koraidon and Miraidon came from the GameStop event. Keldeo and Meloetta are both from like, completing the Pokedexes in Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. Not Shiny. And then, Shiny Zygarde came from a event all the way back in Generation 6. When, right before they moved on to, Gen 7, they had a Shiny Zygarde event because you couldn't get Zygarde Shiny in, Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. So they're like, here's a free Shiny Zygarde. Why did the music die? Did it die? No, it didn't. Okay. I was just looking at my music thing and it wasn't moving at all. Shiny 353. Those are just a bunch of random. Oh wait, are these all from ZA? Oh, they are from ZA. Little man! Jumped up. Whoop. Yeah, just. Oh, you know what? I did a lie. I also have a shiny Latios and Latias from Pokemon Legends ZA. From the Mega Dimensions DLC. I forgot about them. I did shiny hunt for those guys and did get them. They are really, really nice. At first I was hunting for Latias in Pokemon Ultra Sun, but then I learned about Legends ZA and started doing dual hunting for it on both ZA and Latios. That does look better. It's like a nice teal blue, while Latias is just a like bright yellow. Genuinely the better shiny. I grew up playing Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire, so I have a Latias bias. And then just Packer colors. Yup. Hey, don't do my girl dirty like that, alright? They both look amazing. Just one of them looks better, and we're not going to talk about that one. But yeah, I also do have those two. I'm in the process of trying to get Cobalion in ZA. But that one's really tiring because I only have like 4 minutes to hunt before I have to reset to save my time. So that one gets really, really tiring to do after a while. Yeah, I was trying to make a shiny donut, and I got a shiny steel donut level 3, but it was only 4 stars, meaning that I only had like 7 minutes in that distortion before it just went away, before the distortion stopped. And I was like, well, this is a very powerful donut I have here, so even if I'm only able to hunt for like 4 minutes, then I just have to do that 4-minute like run back before reset. I think I could only get like 15, 20 encounters at most, which sucks when like it's been almost like 10 minutes since I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call it quits at 400, and we're already at 360 when we were only at like 300 back then. So like doing why did I reset there? So only doing 600 resets in the span of 10 minutes versus that where it's like I could only get like 20 or like 10, 15 every 4 minutes. And that's if I was being like good about like if I was doing good about like running back and forth. If I was being slow, then I'm probably only getting like 6 encounters of Cobalion. Also, it's just in a very bad spot. I wish there was a spot where I could like just press A and like respawn it that way. I really like that. But again, that kind of falls into what I was talking about earlier, where it's like, at that point it becomes like, oh, I'm just waiting for it to happen, rather than the journey to get it. This just came to mind because I'm thinking about it. I've only, in my life, caught only one 8192 shiny, and that was a shiny Metapod on Pokemon Soul Silver. And it's still on that Soul Silver cartridge to this day. I have no way to move it out because I don't have Poke Transporter, and I don't have a like extra DS to send it to Pokemon Black and then send it to Pokemon Home. But it's a very beautiful shiny, especially in Gen 4 where it like doesn't look as muted. But yeah, I still have that same exact cartridge, and I refuse to wipe it because it's a 8192 shiny. I'm pretty sure I evolved it into Beedrill at some point. So yeah, maybe Deoxys here will be my second full odds shiny Pokemon. And I think that's why I wanted to start this hunt, because I was like, it would be really nice to be able to look at it in Pokemon Home and be like, this is a shiny that I got from Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green. That's full odds, 1 in 8,192. And kind of like what we were talking about earlier is like, kind of just keep it for myself and like, have that be like a special me memory, even if I am streaming it and sharing it out with other people, you know? I remember I was, right before Bugsy's gym, I was like, I want to go into Alex Forest and do some training. I couldn't get past the guy because of Cut, and I couldn't use Cut. but I was able to do training, and I just encountered it, and I almost like cried because I was like, "No, I'm gonna lose it." I wish I did that with my old cartridges. I sold them all in old cards, unfortunately. It doesn't help I had boxes of shinies and auras and Ultra Sun. Oh no! Dude! Yeah, alongside Pokemon Pearl. Ah! That was pre-Shiny Charm! Damn! I stupidly reset over my first ever shiny, a shiny Bagon in Alpha Sapphire. I still regret it to this day. I didn't count that other one. I don't know why. I'm being kind of stupid about it. But like I said earlier, I saw Shiny Catherine's video on like redeeming her shiny Deoxys in Pokemon Platinum, and I kind of want to do that now and like take a trip on my 3DS throughout the Hoenn region and reclaim that shiny Bagon. Probably get like 1,000 Zubats and Aerons before I get a single shiny Bagon, but hey, again, like in those older games, it would be all about the journey. I'd be doing horde hunting, so it would be at least a little bit better. I'd be doing every encounter 5 in 4092, so it'd be like a 1 in 819. So it wouldn't be as terrible as Full Odds. Silence has a solid shiny though. It does. It really, really does. I got a shiny Bagon, a couple shiny Bagons in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. When I was talking to my brother about it, he was like, wouldn't you kind of consider Salamence reclaimed since you got it in Pokemon Violet? And I'm like, I guess I could, but it's also not the same. It like, my odds for it were like 1 in 500 because of the sandwich. And I feel like, again, it's like the specialty of it being found in like an older gen game with like not the same odds and like a much like higher rate to find it, you know? So who knows, maybe once this Deoxys hunt ends, maybe I'll begin that one before I begin any other. Because I was also thinking of doing a shiny badge quest on this game, on Pokemon Fire Red. I could never do a shiny badge quest. Yeah, at first I was like, man, I could never do it either, but then I was thinking about it and I was like, maybe it would be a good way to keep like my keep me entertained. I'm doing my first dream team right now though. Oh, that's one where you like you get 6 Pokemon of like your favorite shinies and then beat the league with it, right? Oh yeah, I've seen a couple shiny dream teams. Maybe that's what I'll do for Fire Red. Maybe I'll do a shiny dream team. I've seen a couple people do shiny Nuzlocke, where it's like the first shiny they get each route is their encounter, and if it dies, they release it. And I'm like, you, sir, there's either something going on in your head that we need to figure out, or you're a masochist. It's one of the two, and it's either both, or it's neither, somehow. Don't question the logistics. shiny. Not shiny. I've also been watching a lot of Kona 4. And that's why I've been saying not shiny like that. Not shiny. I've just been binging his fucking doing 10 resets a day until I get shiny Arceus. It's been a real good way to pass the time. Wait, what'd you say? Sorry, I missed it. I just said that I was watching Kona E4's doing 10 resets a day until he gets shiny Arceus. He's a content creator on YouTube who's been mostly making shorts where he does 10 resets a day for Arceus, trying to get it shiny. And I was just talking about how I really enjoy watching them, and those are, at least for me, been a really great way to pass the time. Unless that's not what you were talking about, and you were talking about what I said before, which was the shiny Nuzlocke. Oh, the shiny Dream Team. I just said that that maybe I should do that instead of the badge quest, because there are a lot of cool shinies that I would adore having and then I was thinking that maybe doing, because you saying that just made me think, like, shiny badge quest is, like, you have to get a shiny before each badge, and I do that instead, so you aren't rushing. So you aren't rushing. Yeah. And also, that way I could, instead of being like, oh, I got a shiny Paris, okay, I guess that's what I have for the rest of the playthrough. Instead, if I'm hunting for, like, a shiny Clefairy, then I'm like, oh, I can just continue going until I get Clefairy. If I were to do that, I would probably try and get a shiny Scyther from the Game Corner and just reset until I got it. And then when the game goes into post-game, I could evolve it into a shiny Caesar. I don't really know what my team would be. Maybe I could just look at some Gen 3 shinies real quick. Fire Red with green. I'd probably want to do Charizard because it just has the coolest shiny of the three. Oh, I don't know. Nidoking and Nidoqueen might have maybe Nidoking because it has one of the coolest shinies in existence. And I'll die on that hill. Its blue just looks so good. And then, oh man, there are so many good shinies. Shiny. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to speedrun the rest of these, because I kinda gotta get going, but I still wanna make it to the 400 mark. And I have two switches, so it would be very easy to, like, hunt on one game and hunt on the other. Especially if I'm doing just soft resets like Deoxys. Shiny. Shiny. Since we're nearing the 400 mark, I just want to say thank you to everyone who was here in the stream, even if you weren't chatting. Just being here means a lot to me. So I kind of just hopped on because I was like, I'm doing this, so might as well just stream it. And you know, it's fun to come on here and just talk, even if I'm not really doing a lot of that and just like sitting here kind of watching these resets go by and 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 by. It's still fun to see people hop in, chat about whatever, whether it be something that makes us angry, something interesting, something extremely funny, whatever it may be. It's really fun just to come in here and talk to y'all. Shiny. It seems like we're gonna have to end it there. I really need to get going. So thank you to everyone who was in here for the stream. Thank you for joining along. If I come back on here with a higher number, I probably did some off stream. Thank you for joining me, man. And I hope everyone watching this has a safe and fantastic rest of their night. This will be going up on YouTube. I will drop the link for that real quick in the chat. there will be going up on YouTube at Clay the Ace Trainer. And I hope everyone has a safe and fantastic rest of their night.